toaster.
Ain't nobody worried about getting you
in there like this. You know what I mean?
Constitutional amendment to legalize marijuana.
They better do that shit.
Build that in right now.
You eating the booty, you start massaging her feet, man, right? Spread that shit apart.
What? Also the first pride since the pandemic. Like, Dick was just running free.
You gotta go with something like, you know, make them scum.
I mean, that is the end result.
Detained at the Vatican because Brittany decided she wanted to wear a Catholic schoolgirl outfit.
Give me something. Let me pop this up on the screen.
Shit, it's a chick. And I'm like, yeah, and I just kicked your ass. What?
Right.
You know what
Sit
I mean?
down in the back, motherfucker.
A ball gag in my mouth with a pumpkin, and I get my head ripped off. Pretty cool.
It's a timing thing sometimes.
It's a CPT thing. Other people talk.
Phases, the end of suspension.
It's a long story why it's double A.
MCU.
But no matter what opportunities I get, I always just feel like it's luck.
Same.
He actually did a little lap dance for me. It was kind of strange.
Karen did?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize it until just now, but I look like a fucking cult leader in this hoodie. Like,
all right.
Yeah.
Hi, Dayne.
Hey,
we're here. I think we're live. I think shit's working. I think my laptop's connected. We'll see if this works. I'm on hotel Wi-Fi with my headphones and my laptop.
Look at that. Look at us. Look at us.
We're
go.
doing it, man.
We're doing it. Resourceful.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us. Look at us.
Who'd have thought?
Not
me.
Who'd have thought? Not me. Paul Rudd, bro.
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. Shit is fucking crazy right now. We'll give you a quick update and let you know where we're at. What's happening in our lives, because as the title says,
everything is on fire.
Everything's on fire. So, but before we do that,
yes,
let's just get it out the way.
You want to get it out of the way? Cue the music.
Yeah, still.
What is that, and where'd you get it? First of all, because
I can hear my wife.
It's kind of amazing
in the other room.
I'm sure knowing her, it has a name.
This is Ham. This is Ham.
Knew it,
of course. Now, Ham is one of the few things that we were able to grab on the way out. We got Ham about a month ago at Home Goods, because every time we went to shop for Christmas shit, it was in the line, like in the queue, you know, that like buy shit, all these little tchotchkes while you're waiting.
The impulse line, yeah.
Yeah, and every time my wife would, in the middle of the queue, and then she'd be like, she started doing loud as fuck, bro. And then, so the last time we went, I was like, just buy them.
None of that surprises me.
Yeah, it's a dog toy, bro. It's so.
Is it legitimately a dog toy? It's legitimately a dog toy. You guys are fucking.
Look at him. Look at him.
Okay, here we are.
Do what?
Yep.
And then so she has a bunch of other little plushies and stuff. And for anyone who doesn't know, we are not home, and we can't go home right now. So
where are you?
We are in a hotel down south in South California. We had to leave Los Angeles entirely, but we got, this is her to tide her over. We got Hedgie, the hedgehog.
Hedgie the hedgehog.
Hedgie the hedgehog. And no, and Boo Boo.
Why is that Boo Boo? Isn't that a cartoon?
Because he's a ghost. He's a ghost.
He's a ghost.
Dayne, you need to name the pumpkin, though. My wife requests that you name the pumpkin.
Give me a minute. I don't know.
He said, "Give me a minute."
Jackie O.
Jackie O. Like Jack O'Lantern?
Yep.
Jackie O. That's good. That's good. I like that. All right, so let's just get this out the way. I'm in a hotel room right now because my wife and I were evacuated from our home, as you are probably aware at this point,
Yeah.
there are a proverbial fuck ton of fires happening in Los Angeles. And quite unfortunately, our home is in the direct path of the Palisades fire. It's only about a few miles out, and it's been creeping closer for the last 2 days. So we've been evacuated since Tuesday night. We got notifications during the day that we were on, like, keep abreast of the situation as a level 1 alert for our zone. When the Palisades fire broke out, that was at around, I think it was like 2,000 acres at the time, 1,700 acres, something like that. I find a clip. I posted it to my Instagram stories, but there was like a cloud outside of my driveway, and it was smoke, but it looks like a fucking cloud. There was so much of it. And then about 6:40, I think, on Tuesday night, it went from a level 1. Normally, it would go from level 1 to level 2. Like, hey, get ready to leave. Like, prep your shit. We had already done so the second it started because there's been a bunch of fires in the area, and it's just everyone, our neighbors, kind of told us, like, just have a go bag ready. And then around 6:40, we're talking like, hey, in case this gets worse, what should we do? Blah blah blah. And as we're talking, phones start blowing up, and it's like, leave now, in all caps, like level 3, leave now.
Real quick, if you have received an evac order, if you're in LA, apparently there was an accidental alert that was sent out to like all of LA County. They did resend that, kind of trying to rectify it, basically saying that it was a mistake. So pay no attention,
which is good. That was we saw that, and we saw people. Dude, you text me. Our friends at Playa Vista, and I'm like, how the fuck did it make it that far? There's no way.
Yeah. I was like, not again, not again.
No, right? So anyway, long story long, as I now am adopting the phrase. We evacuated that night, threw as much as we could, go bag stuff in the car. Dude, when I fucking tell you, so it's the sun had gone down.
Yeah.
We get the notification. I grab a few of our things and we throw it. We have like a little Cadillac, like the little crossovers and stuff. So it's just enough to throw some luggage in, but nothing crazy. And I'm like, all right, let's just see what we can squeeze in there. A little, carry-on bags and shit like that. And I'm like, all right. So I run outside. Some dude's at my neighbor's place looking after his car because my neighbor's out of town. And he goes, why are you running? And I look up and I point to the sky, and it's fucking orange, bro. The sky is orange because everything in the distance is on fire. I'm like, this is why. I mean, mind you, it didn't hit the neighborhood that night, but you just don't know. And I'm 10 minutes before this happened, I had the brilliant idea to Google the question, how fast can a wildfire spread?
Come on.
And how fast can it move?
Don't do that.
I was like, I needed. I'm literally
causing my headache. Stop.
Yeah, but like. I'm sort of, except I'm next to an actual wildfire.
Right.
And I'm like, let's check. And it said like 14.5 miles an hour or whatever. And I'm like, we're 6 miles away. So like in 30 minutes, you're telling me this could be on fire. So and we had tropical fucking storm speed winds, which would have accelerated it. If the winds were blowing in the direction of our house, it would be gone already.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not for fucking the people who have been in the path of it, but fortunately for us anyway, and the rest of the town that I live in, they were blowing south towards the ocean. But yeah, dude, we grabbed all our shit, ended up in Burbank at a hotel for the last couple of nights. We're in Burbank last night. And fucking, so there's another fire happening in Pasadena, the Eaton fire. Mm-hmm. There's the Palisades fire by us.
That's still going, I think.
It is.
The Eaton fire. The Eaton
fire is at like last I looked like to like 11,000, 12,000 acres. Pasadena is 20,000. The Hearst fire north of the valley is I think maybe like 1,000 acres or 700 acres or something. And then as I'm talking to you last night, obviously we were texting. But the fucking Hollywood Hills catch fire. And then the Studio City fire breaks out. Yeah. And we're in Burbank in the middle of all of these fires. And I'm just like,
timing was even more sinister than that, because like I had texted you and I'm like, kind of trying to figure out what's going on, because I wasn't really paying the kind of attention to it as I should. And right when you said, hey,
dude.
No. I know,
Stop.
Right?
I don't believe it.
But right when you said, hey, you should grab your like passport, pack a go bag, blah, blah. For the record, I always have like enough of a go bag that I'm like, it won't
just
take
in case.
Just in case. Yeah, because you never know. But
you never know when the man's gonna come out.
You know what I'm saying? That knot could be anything. And you just got to be ready ready to go. But no,
Fair.
when you said that, I don't know if I got an alert or what, but I was like, oh no, can't be, because like I'm Hollywood proper, so I'm like, the thing is, up in the canyons where you are, I'm like, that's near a lot more like open field.
It's where you expect wildfires to exist.
Right. Like that's the kindling of a fire out there. But like when you get in like Hollywood is basically like a downtown. It's a lot of concrete. You know, you have some streets. So like the odds of it like skipping and getting to here, I was like, I don't know. But when I got that alert, I was like, okay, let me go up to the roof and just take a look. And when I could see it, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Wait. I'm getting nervous. Now I'm like, maybe I should rethink just chilling. But basically, like the where it was for me, I will say it looked closer than I think it was, but that's not by a lot. And so I was like, look, here's what it is.
Dude, when you were texting, you and Tony and stuff were in the group chat with everybody, and they were talking about I thought Yamashiro was burning. I was like, no!
And that was the thing. It was right next to Yamashiro. Shout out Yamashiro. Like we were just there for a
shout out
birthday.
Yamashiro.
That was dope as hell.
I love Yamashiro, bro.
Dude, I love it so much. Great view. I don't know if it's a great view now, but anyway. So when I realized when we found out that it was right next to there, I was like, okay, here's what I'm gonna say in my mind. If it hits Yamashiro,
you gotta go.
Yeah, then I'm like, they might not be able to like get it under control because it's obviously going to be spreading too fast. And if you can't stop it from hitting a big moneymaker like that, then anything is fair. Like it might spread to like, you know, all of the stuff. So I was like, I'm going to give that my landmark and kind of keep checking back and forth on that. To their credit, shout out Hollywood, LA Fire Department, like, because I'm talking about, what were they at? 3,000, 4,000 gallons they were dumping every like 2 minutes.
They got that shit fucking fast.
But see,
you got Hollywood went out fast. Like, Palisades have been burning for days, 20,000 acres. But there was nothing by us.
This is what you gotta realize. It is the wind, but also, and I hate saying it like this because I know it sounds whatever, but you have to think about what this is gonna sound fucked. I don't mean this fucked up, but like
don't say it.
No, not that.
Dude, it's the Pacific Palisades. What you're about to say is actually.
All right, look, this is what I'm saying.
Paris Hilton's house burned.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So that's
who's in the hills by contrast.
So this is what I'm saying. It's not who's in the hills. What I'm saying is it's residential versus like, how do I say this? The bag, right? What generates revenue for the county? You're not going to see.
I don't think that had anything to do with it. I get what you're saying. I think maybe. Plus, I honestly believe I have to believe that it was the fucking wind, because if it wasn't, and they let half of my fucking my area burn because of any other reason,
and also
heads need to roll.
I'm having a lot of suspicion as to how these fires kind of spread and moved and started, because I've been here through enough fires, and I'm like, I don't know that you just like even the fact that it started in the past.
There's another one,
Hollywood
now.
Hills. That's crazy. I don't.
There's another one right now. Do you know that, right? That just started up in the West Hills.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now north of my home and south of my home, and I guess the Sunset one's kind of like 50% containment.
Yeah.
But like there's from three separate angles. Like if any of those encroach, but the West Hills is much closer, and Palisades is obviously fucking nipping the heels. Like it's just a couple miles out, and this shit was moving like 4 football fields of an hour or some shit the other day. If the winds didn't. The winds are both the devil and the fucking MVP of this situation.
I was the night before the fire started. Oh, that's why. I just suddenly remembered why I wasn't as aware of what was going on. It was because I was hungover from the night before. Yeah. Shout out Skeleton Key Club. You guys check it out if you're in LA. Anyway,
of course.
So I went there and like that's when I started to, like, you know, look, I'm from Chicago, so I was like, when they said it was wind, I was laughing. I was like, okay, wind, sure thing,
100 mile an hour wind.
But while I was out, when I left, I walked home, and I was like, oh no, you feel this?
No,
This is holding me up. Like, look,
when
this,
when we
this is
when we
the
left,
hawk is out.
bro. When we left, we threw everything we could in the car as fast as we could, just what we had near us, and we left a lot of shit behind, even our second car and like a bunch of other crap. We drove down out to Woodland Hills down the mountain, and fucking I had to I guess we threw something on top of something else, and you could hear like something in my wife's bag leaking. You could hear like like some hairspray or some shit, whatever.
Yeah.
So I pull over real quick because we don't even know where we're going yet. I pull over. I go to open the fucking trunk. Mind you, this should have been obvious. I open the trunk. I'm outside in this wind, and I'm trying to listen in the trunk to see where the source of this little is coming from. But I open the trunk and it's just fucking blowing everywhere. I open the trunk. Fucking, it's pushing me towards the fucking car. I close the fucking thing. I go to open my car door, and it almost, when you open a car door in the wind, dude, the door wanted to rip. It was trying to remove itself from the vehicle. It just it took my arm with it and shit. I was like, okay, this is.
And for somewhere like,
for like hurricane weather and shit, that was hurricane weather winds.
But for somewhere like LA, like it is jarring to feel that kind of extreme weather to that degree. Like, because everything is kind of like
this shit off with an earthquake right now, I'd be just like going to town, bro. I'm done.
Let's hope not. Okay. And then I mean, I've never like since I've been in LA or just in my life, I've never had to even go through my possessions and belongings and decide what, if anything, I was gonna save if I had.
Because if an earthquake takes the shit out, the whole place goes.
And it goes quick. So I mean, whatever. You just take what you can. Man, when I tell you, I figured out. I don't know. I figured out I'm bad at this. I'm not great at prioritizing the things that I guess have sentimental value or any of that.
Get
like
the drugs and the liquor.
when we're off camera, I'm gonna tell you something that's even funnier.
I already know. Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm like, I'm legitimately like
the slippers. They had to be top of the list,
bro. Listen. So I was wearing those, and I was like, these are comfortable. So fuck it, this is good enough. But no, I was really looking at because I'm like, okay, well, what if it's a couple of days? Like, I want a couple of outfits. What jewelry do I want to bring? I want to at least bring these 2 necklaces. I want, bro. Like, that's not. And then I grabbed my passport. Like,
Dayne, you know this of like our friend group. I'm up there with like, I mean, of everyone I'm up there with having the most shit to wear.
Yeah.
For like a dude, right?
We're like, yes,
we got options, right? Like,
that is a thing
I got a closet full of shit.
Yeah,
fucking like boots and shoes and jewelry and shirts and jackets and tons of stuff. When I tell you, sir, that I left with none of it. You hear me?
You left it all
with none of it. My dumb ass fucking dude, bro. I got boxers. I got socks. I had a pair of sweatpants and jean shorts and 2 t-shirts that are 2 anime cutoff t-shirts and a beanie.
No,
that's all I had. I literally that morning before the fire started, because so a month ago there was the Malibu fire, right near us, and I packed the go bag and I had a bunch of shit in it. And the morning of this fucking fire started, I started unpacking that go bag because I wanted to swap shit out of it.
Yeah.
And I took stuff out of the bag, but I didn't get to the part of putting stuff back in the bag. And then I started grabbing other stuff once the fire started. I started like passport and like important documents, all that bullshit. I went through all that and all my wife's stuff because she was at the office. So I started grabbing all like the other crap, and I just completely ghosted. But
I got all the
I did remember to grab ham.
I got bro, I got all my, see, and that's the thing. I didn't know. So that was why the other thing was, listen, I've been through a lot of stage 2, stage 1 catastrophes in my life. That I have experienced. So when everybody, like, I was up on my roof, other neighbors came up on the roof, and like when they saw it, they beeline for the door. Like everybody was like taking off. I was like, let's wait it out. I'm not gonna panic just yet. And the thing was, this is the other part. This is so fucking LA. I'm sorry, but it's true. I immediately was like, that traffic is about to be real fucking brutal. And I don't want to be in that if I don't have to, because people drive shitty enough in this goddamn city. And if
when everything's not on fire,
bro, if you panic them, fire is going off all around you and it's nighttime. Y'all, I'm gonna wait it out.
We gotta show motherfuckers watching real quick. I'm gonna do this though. Fucking super ghetto way. I should just bring up the app on screen or some shit, but like, I don't think if you don't live here, you don't, and you're not looking at the app. By the way, if you do live in LA, download Watch Duty, the Watch Duty app, WATCHDUTY app. It gives you real-time updates of where the fires are, which direction the wind is blowing. It gives you access to all the cameras that are still active in the areas of the fires. Tells you where the paths of the different firefighting, like airborne fire planes, things like that, the water dumps and the flame retardant dumps and all the shit they're doing. Gives you all of that. But for people who don't know, like, this is Los Angeles right now, right? So I'm gonna zoom in on we'll start with the Palisades fire, 20,000 acres. Then this one up here just fucking started like an hour before we went on, I think. The Kenneth fire, that's already at 800 acres. That's near Calabasas, Hidden Hills. Then the Hearst fire up by Santa Clarita and all that. That's another fucking 700 acres. And then this other fucking second behemoth, the Eaton fire, north of Pasadena in the mountains there, and the bottom of at the bottom of it is in Pasadena, is 14,000 acres. So like, everything's on fire. And then the Sunset fire was right in the fucking middle of all that shit too. It's everything's on fucking fire. And when I tell you, let me see if I can share this.
Did you see
without doxing where the fuck I live, I'm gonna just show this. This was near my
don't
neighborhood.
do that. Okay.
No, can you see this? There we go.
Oh shit.
Like, that isn't a cloud. That was smoke.
That's smoke. Yeah.
And that's like this was the beginning of it when it was 2,000 acres. It is 20,000 acres now. 20 fucking thousand acres.
Fuck.
So and I have video and shit, but if I post it, you're gonna see like exactly where I live. I'm doing that shit because some of y'all motherfuckers is different.
Did you see I'll tell you what kind of got me sad is everything up on the PCH, like that was brutal.
You know, I'll tell you what hit me the most. So at the other fucking dying here. At the other end of the canyon, so where we live, there was a place called the Malibu Feed Bin. It's this little spot you've seen. It's next to the 7-Eleven near the entrance of the canyon. There was like a 7-Eleven gas station and shit. Then there's like there was like an old Motel Inn place, a Thai place, like some restaurants and shit, and the Mastros, the Ocean Club Mastros.
Oh yeah,
I saw someone posted it. Bro, it was on. I don't know if it's there anymore. I'm pretty sure it's gone. But like I saw a video of the Malibu Feed Bin, and it was just like just fire that wasn't there anymore. My wife and I were there buying Christmas decorations like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. A woman there was super lovely. Like we've been going there every year. We get pumpkins there and shit for Halloween, and we get like little tchotchkes and shit. It's just a cute little spot. And fuck, dude, it was just gone. And that was the first thing of like all of it. I was like, oh, like I was literally just there. You know, never mind, because you see the rest of it. There's something super bizarre, and I lived through Hurricane Sandy out in Jersey and shit too. And this is the only other time I felt this, where it's like you're in a situation that's so fucked, it doesn't seem real. Yeah, like you feel like it feels like a film, like like you're on a set, and you know, like that's a special effect. Like there's no like, how can all of that be on fire? You know, I think too that it's just like the scope of it is what is like difficult to like set yourself into, like because you're if 20,000 acres. If you're not you can't even process that. Yeah, if you're not used to shit like that, which I mean, I wouldn't say I'm used to it, but like, bro, this is a historically large fire. No one's used to it. It's you're just like, oh,
But hopefully it won't hit this person or that area or this. And I know so many people. So like now I'm kind of going down the list of like, because at first it was like in Santa Monica, then it was in WeHo. The neighborhoods that are getting hit by these fires. I was like, that isn't right. That doesn't happen. Like of all the fires, you're talking about like city areas. That's crazy that it's like this close inland to like where the city.
Dude,
the
Palisades fire. The Palisades fire was because of the wind. So like it hopped the PCH. It took out obviously the Pacific Palisades. It started moving into Topanga, and parts of Malibu. But then it was going south that they were evacuating Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Like chunks of Santa Monica. It's Santa Monica. You don't think of that being on fire. You're next to the ocean. It doesn't compute, you know?
No, and that's the other thing is like these houses that are like shoreline, like are sitting on the water. You're like, okay.
All of the water is right there.
And
you're on fire.
How does that work? Is there like no way?
The wind.
I know, but why can't you use the? I know this could sound.
So what happened? Here's what happened.
Ocean water?
No. So here's what happened. So because the winds were so strong, only fixed wing planes could function, and that was only during certain portions when the wind wasn't at a certain level of speed and strength and the gusts. So they couldn't do the choppers, any of that. They had some fixed wing planes going, but it wasn't a lot. They were doing what they could because the containment, I mean, fuck, dude, for days was zero. It might still be fucking zero on Palisades. But the, what were they calling it? There's this like scooper fucking plane that they are now using. It literally goes off the ocean coast, scoops up the ocean water, and then dumps it. They weigh like 20,000 pounds, some crazy shit. Yeah. So they do it. And I know right like a couple miles from our house, they're dumping, like this giant red powder shit, a flame retardant. Yeah. So they do that too to kind of like get
I saw that. I saw the footage of that too.
The problem's been is that because this is what I heard. This has been the big issue, especially in the mountainous areas like where we live. Yeah. Because we had so much rain and shit about a year ago, within the like earlier in the year. I guess you end up with all the like, you know, the branches and the leaves and the pine needles and all this shit, like it falls off the trees, right? And all this crap ends up on the ground. But then we haven't had any rain for a long ass time. Right. So all of that fucking dry shit sat there, dried out, and then it just turned everything into a giant fucking tinderbox. Yeah. And then when it catches fire, you have 100-mile-an-hour fucking winds. And it's blowing those little bits that are you know, dry and on fire, embers and stuff, and scattering them all over the place.
Let's be cognizant of catches fire, because I don't know if you did.
Hold on, like, sorry, real quick. Am I blending directly into the background of this shot with this fucking shirt?
No, your head. No,
your just head, a floating head.
Your head sticks. No,
you all right?
It's not that deep. You're how many shots deep? How many shots deep are you?
Let's see. This is my second one of these, and then I had a double earlier. So I know about a 10-minute span. It's been a long 3 fucking days.
Facts.
A long few days, you know.
No, but because I don't mind saying this too. Like my brother Rocky, he sent me some video of a video of in front of his place.
Car.
He's in Hollywood. Somebody set a car on fire out in front of his place, and like right under a tree, like literally on purpose. And it's just, you know how people take advantage of a situation like this, shit like that. I hope nothing but bad shit happens to you, bro. Because I don't care what your reasoning is. Fuck you and fuck everybody.
I hope that motherfucker catches fire.
That would be fucking sweet.
I did. It was my wife was telling me, Kirsty says some shit she saw, because we've been, dude, when I tell you that, like that app I showed you, Watch Duty, and then the Genesis app and all that, it's been like that's our new TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
the thing to watch.
It's the most morbid, fucking awful, fucking habitual thing we've been doing, but we keep, you know, because we've been tracking the fire because it's been creeping towards our fucking house for 2 days. Right. And then obviously we have friends in other places and stuff too. We're like, I hope it doesn't get there. Unfortunately, we do know some people who lost their fucking homes. And it's like, okay, that feels really real. So keep looking at it. Yeah. And in the middle of this fucking chaos, in the middle of this bullshit, Kirsty tells me, she goes, some motherfuckers in Mulholland, I think, on Mulholland Drive or whatever, were being chased by the cops because they were trying to set more fires up
I
in the
saw
hills.
that.
They were wearing masks and shit. I'm like, I hope if we catch them, they should be brought somewhere and set on fire.
Yeah. Real quick,
I have like literally zero chill about it. Like,
I'm noticing that
fucking roast them, bro.
I'm noticing that I am really like nasally in the mic right now. For anybody that's wondering why, the air quality in Hollywood right now is dog shit. So, and I like went out in it earlier because I went to the gym because I'm not right in the head.
I did the last 2 days too. I needed to. It doesn't. It helps.
It does.
It helps. The whole world's on fire, and I'm like, I want to feel better somehow. Other than just drinking.
I shouldn't have been in the air though. And this is what I will say.
Yeah.
Caution. Take caution. If you got to go anywhere, you're in the LA area, you're in Hollywood area. Really wear your mask and don't stay outside too long. Cause like I woke up this morning and I was like having a coughing fit, and I'm like, what is going on? And like all my windows, doors, everything's closed, and still it was like just something. I was like, oh, okay, so that air, watch that. It's getting better. It's still smeaky right now, but
the fires are still burning, so it's not going to get that much better that fast. There's still fucking smoke going up. Yeah. So I mean, I know you know this, but to reiterate, I may have said this earlier, but we were in Burbank for 2 days, and then we decided because like all the fires surrounded us, and we were in because I had no clothes, so we had to go shopping the other day to get like some necessities and shit, like little things. You keep forgetting little things like, oh fuck, I don't have that. Like I forgot my toothbrush, bro. Like little shit. I'm just like fuck. So we went to.
I packed my guitars before I packed my toothbrush.
I didn't. But you know what's funny? My old bandmates in Scarlet Carson, both of them separately called me to check in, and they were both like, "Yo, did you get you got that sweet Schecter?" And I'm like, "No." But I will say I did grab. No. Hang on. No, I got my Sony. I got my camera.
Okay, you got the camera. I got the camera too.
I haven't used it once. I was like, I'm gonna film shit. I'm gonna just document this, and I'm like, no, dude, I'm running from fires. Like I ain't doing shit. And then I was just stressed out and drinking. I was like, no, I'm good. But I got my the only thing I did bring is my old Beta 87 Assure microphone in the case and stuff that I've had since I was like 13. That's one of the only like sentimental things I grabbed. It's not a proper mic either. It's just my old shitty one. But like I
definitely grab
my laptop, obviously.
I definitely grab more shit that I don't need than shit that I do. But I was like, but it wasn't that. It was like I could like.
What do you mean?
Facts. But I was like, a lot of that.
This has brought us more joy than you get. So
a lot of that stuff, I was like, I could get all that again, but it was like I'm bringing my camera, I'm bringing my guitar. Like those are things I don't care. If I got time, that's going in the trunk. You're good.
The motto for us the last few days has been because we have to keep reminding her because it's hard not to think about it. Like we keep thinking like we oscillate. My wife and I keep oscillating between like, all right, it's all gone. Like just mentally prepare for everything being gone to like it's all good. Like it's gonna be fine. The fire won't get there. So we just keep trying to tell her. So like it's just stuff. Like as long as we're not there, our friends aren't there. It's just stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of it is stuff maybe a year ago or 6 months ago or a few years we didn't have. Like
I was watching the street interview with the owner of the Laugh Factory, and that's literally exactly what he said because they opened up the Laugh Factory for anybody that was being displaced or whatever, and they're like are you worried about your house? He's like, no, that's all stuff. The people are okay. That's what's important. We can get new stuff as long as I was like, oh. Shit, I didn't realize the owner of the Laugh Factory was such a stand-up guy, but there you go, he is.
It's just stuff, bro, and that's at the end of the day, like take care of your health, take care of your people, take care of your loved ones, and all that, and then the rest of it, like you can replace it. Yeah. And even if you can't, like I left some shit behind that I do like. I'm thinking about it, like it sucks, like stuff from when we made Bully. Like I have a poster signed by the whole cast and crew and shit. I can't get that again, and. Just some stuff from like my childhood and my wife. Yeah,
I left really a lot of childhood shit. Too, like, I will say this: I had a tear of a moment where like I was looking in this trunk by my bed and I was like, "What do I need out of here?" And I have a bunch of like pictures, like actual pictures from like
photos.
When I was
for those who don't know, we're old, and they used to back in the day.
Back in 1966, and pictures used to be printed on paper.
You'd go to a photo development lab. Wow. And the scientists in that lab would take your pictures off the film roll.
I hate that my childhood technology is obsolete. Fuck you. but
Still classic though.
I look at this and I have space for it, but I'm like, yeah, but I need other stuff, and if I can't take that, it's good. Oh, it was a moment where I'm like, fuck, if I lose that, then I guess I'll just lose that and never again, have it. But it's having to make that decision in your mind is some real fucked up shit.
Fuck yeah.
That's
dude.
all I'm saying.
You know what's the thing too is since it happened, like, because we haven't been back to the house since. We tried going back once and they wouldn't let us up. And fair enough, like the police are doing, they're doing their job. And the main reason this was the thing too, because we were gonna go try and grab a few things. Like we left the fucking the Jag is fucking still in the garage. Like
it's in the garage though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think the house catches. It's all fucked,
but at least a lot of that like soot and ash and shit that's blowing in the window.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say I was trying to grab shit in case like the house don't make it, So we left a few things, and we were trying to go back to grab a couple of things and get the second car and just leave it off site.
Right.
And she was super fucking nice, and I can't even imagine the fucking people she's been dealing with all day. But she was like, look, we're trying to keep the roads as clear as possible and as few bodies and cars up there as possible.
Which makes sense, I guess.
It makes sense. Like if you're not going to rescue an animal or get a person out.
But the concern, that's so fucking I hate.
So the whole time, so we grabbed what we did, and then afterwards you're like, fuck, I should have, and I forgot, and this and that, all this stuff. You just keep doing the thing, and you start weighing the value of all this shit, and then. But again, at the same time, like, I oscillate between like, fuck, I really wish I grabbed X or Y or drove the fucking car out. Yeah. But I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to separate from my wife for one. That's why I did not. Left it.
No, I get it.
But then again, it's just stuff. It's just stuff.
Yeah. Hey. So that's the human emotional element of it. Did you get a chance to see what Donald Trump said? Did you see his tweet? You didn't see that?
I did not.
You should look up his tweet, and you should bring it up on the screen real quick.
I deleted X.
Oh shit! Oh well, hold on a second. No. So essentially,
let me see.
He blamed Gavin Newsom for the fires effectively.
How do you blame?
Yo. And this is like thick of it. This is yesterday, like last night, while it was like
I will demand that this incompetent governor allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is the blame for this. First off, English
101.
God, I fucking
I had a feeling that might get something out of you. But like,
this is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor. Mind you, can we fucking remember that this fat orange cunt is the same piece of shit who threatened to withhold aid during an emergency exactly like this one to California because Gavin or whoever the fuck the state legislature wouldn't bend the knee to him?
Facts.
Fuck you fat orange piece of I fucking hate you. And anyone who voted for him, like, there's a couple of people I'm gonna let slide, but like the rest of you, fuck you too.
Essentially, that's what Gavin Newsom said. Essentially, he's like, I'm not gonna go in on that. He's like, I'm not gonna try to politicize this shit because basically, whatever you want to say. And by the way, there is some blame to be laid, and it's not for Governor Newsom. It's more for the mayor who cut funding to fire prevention in order to filter that to fucking LAPD. So her when she came back and dodged all questions, ignored.
I saw that she was in Ghana or some shit.
Yeah, conveniently. It's a little weird, but whatever.
Like why? But all right.
But the main thing is just like the fact that in a place like LA, in a state like California, given the history, anything that would take money away from like the ability to fight fires, that's like saying, you know what, we don't need earthquake response, gut all that shit. Like that none of that tracks correctly. It shouldn't. I don't.
Do you imagine,
bro? I'm regularly flabbergasted by the shit that they do sometimes. And then
same.
On top of everything else, she comes back and then wants to like answer no questions or anything. I was like, that's tacky. Just say something to at least quell people's fears, set people at ease. Like, look, we're looking into it. Obviously,
That's the difference.
Misplacement of judgment.
That's the difference between a mediocre politician and a strong leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
exactly. I mean, well,
yeah. I've been watching the press conferences and shit too. I am underwhelmed by the local response.
By everything, everything. The fact that there was no water in the hot, like it's just. I hate when it could have the amount of damage could have been lessened or to some degree.
Oh, they got
control.
You got Hollywood under control like as fast as you did.
Wow.
I'm not saying that the wind and all this shit. You know, I get it. There were other circumstances, and it's really easy to sit here and point blame and be upset and be angry.
Don't forget that a lot of the worst. Sorry. A lot of the worst.
Dude, you're good. I've been coughing up a lot. I was sick right before this, and then this is not
in me. So. And I'm trying to keep everything just closed off, so I'm not getting all that. But like even from earlier, but no, the thing that sorry,
exactly.
No.
Nailed that.
Now I'm just thinking about how I can't breathe. I love it. No, a lot of that fire and a lot of the damage that was done happened overnight. That was a lot of why it got so kind of bad, because it's like 3 a.m. You feel me? Like that wasn't. That's why it was harder to kind of be on the response of it, even though they knew it was kind of happening.
No, for sure, and I also to my understanding, because we've been monitoring a bunch of the different like Facebook groups and channels and
I see what you're saying, Mariah, and you shut your mouth. You shut your nasty mouth. All right. Don't think because I'm not responding that I'm not seeing the comments. You watch it. Thin Ice, young lady.
Shout out real quick
Ice.
before we get into it. Thank you, Dar and Lori.
Chat. Watch your mouth,
Anthony
chat.
Is now. The wind and dryness is unprecedented. Yeah. Sending prayers. Thank you. Everybody in here. Really appreciate y'all. It's just been a little crazy. So I'm going through the rest of the chat. But yeah, no, I think that the response has been it could have been better. We know this, and where where shit fell apart and how it fell apart. I mean, there's going to have to be an autopsy on the response to this for sure.
Yeah.
Once everything's under control.
Yeah.
Finding all the, as I was saying before, all the organizations and shit that we keep track of people's video, like local residents posting videos and firsthand accounts of what was happening by us.
Dude.
What I'm saying, there were firefighters standing around with no water and no equipment. Like they couldn't do anything. And
I saw some footage of some
I'm not shitting on the firefighters either.
Yeah.
Like the general tone was like they felt helpless, that they couldn't do anything because they didn't have what they needed to help.
I saw some firefighters that were using purses.
Bro, they do like whatever they could.
Yeah.
I gotta say this too. Like big fucking shout to all of the responders out there who have been fighting these fires. I hope y'all get some rest soon, because I know it has just been an unending stream of shit.
Yeah, and
fire after the next.
Included with those responders are all the inmates that are doing it for free. And
is that true?
Yes, and for no certification or anything once they get out of lockup. Yeah. Thanks to the 1/3 of the full responder population that is comprised of criminals. Thank you for your service. We appreciate
what?
Yeah. That's a thing.
Thank you then too, but like that's
yes, it is, and a lot.
Unless you volunteered. If you volunteered, thank you double.
So there's a lot of attention that's actually kind of being paid to it now, because like I just said, when they use the kind of inmate population to help the first responders, a lot of times when they get out, they don't get like a certification that says they are now able to fight fires, and so they're
doing less than $1 a day.
There it is.
Shit.
Yeah. So that's fucked up. Hour. Someone said an
Why-
hour. Oh, she said an hour.
Why?
Shout out Bree. Thanks, Bree.
Oh God, yeah. What?
That's still crazy. That's still that's still crazy. Yeah. In harm's way. So thank you to them as well. I was gonna say, did you see
I haven't seen much, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. Well,
if it wasn't
the
specifically related to where the fire is or where we were trying to be or our friends who were near fires, I haven't really been on social or anything.
The same fire that I took a video of when I sent to the group chat, that same fire was basically like down the street from Emilio and Kenzie. Shout out Emilio. Kenzie, glad you guys are safe. Yeah, like from the footage that they posted, I'm like, I don't want to be all airing people out. But from the footage that they posted, like it was that hill, like right up Laurel Canyon, Brody. Like and I'm like, now that
Amanda, our friend Amanda, she lives her apartment. She fortunately wasn't there, but she lives due to like you could spit on Runyon Canyon's entrance.
Yeah, that's right. I did see
all that shit got evacuated
too.
Immediately.
Yeah. And should have got some Kleenex because I'm dying.
Go, you need to go flush yourself out. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some Kleenex. You do your thing.
Bro, I'm streaming from a hotel room. It don't matter. But yeah, if you're, I should probably say this now. If you're in LA and dealing with any of this shit, there's been a lot of really just like incredible people stepping up to help and offer assistance. There are different shelters and evacuation areas to go to, different restaurants and markets and stuff that are offering basically free meals if you have no access to food right now for some reason. I know Airbnb was working in partnership with somebody too to offer lodging and places to stay for people who have been displaced by their homes. And if you have been displaced like we have, my wife and I highly recommend you do a few things. One is fucking keep track of everything. Keep receipts for all the shit that you're buying, food, clothing, shelter, like whatever you're paying for. Keep all the receipts for that. And also a quick tip for the next time, and hopefully maybe this will be the last time in our life, but probably fucking not. Quick tip someone said to me, probably fucking not. But I heard a really, really, really good little bit of advice on this list. I posted it to my Instagram story, but there was a list and it had to do with the receipts and all that stuff too. But they said the next time this happens, if you're in a rush, grab your dirty laundry hamper because it's shit that's in season and it's shit you don't hate and it's stuff that you can wear like you would wear at the time, and it's all right there. You just have to get it washed, obviously, but like just grab that shit with you instead of like trying to cherry pick fucking clothes when you're rushing out the door. That's a really clever. Yeah, unfortunately, I literally had just done the laundry that morning too.
No. Not
but
only
it's
that,
a really clever bit.
Not only that, but you listen. I know that I mentioned it earlier, but I think that you're not really respecting what I'm saying, bro. I was putting outfits together, bro. Like I was like, no, I was like, look, I'm serious. I was like, so I'm gonna definitely have like a casual day. I'm gonna do a leather jacket for a casual day, but I want to do like some high-waisted slacks for like a different day in case I have to go out. You know what I mean? Show face. Yeah. I'm the fucking worst. Don't do what I did, please. Don't. Anyway, dude,
I should have. I managed to grab a bunch of shit that I needed and then managed to forget everything else.
Everything else. Oh, and by the way, I mean, whatever. I don't hate to be that guy, but I think
you just don't think it's going to happen either.
I think it's something to think about especially for those in LA that are closer to like kind of those more wildernessy areas. There are going to be animals that are trying to like dip out and shit. So just,
Okay, hold it to that point. The person who is responsible for this will never see this fucking clip. I don't think unless we post it. But
you're gonna talk.
So this has been great. Actually, this has been great. So during all of this, like I said, we have the Watch Duty app, we have the Genesis app. Normally though, like on a regular fucking Tuesday or whatever, we also have we use the Ring app because we have like a home security system, and we use the Citizen app. and I get notifications from people in the local area, you know, for shit going on all the time.
Mm.
And during this, like everything's been blowing up. Like all the apps have been blowing up. Everything's going on. People trying to figure X out, you know, X, Y, and Z. Locals in the area sharing information because the actual news wasn't giving us fuck all for the basically still to this. We still don't really have any actual updates from anybody of like from an officially, you know, other than a couple of the apps and then people who were there.
Right.
But during this process, there's been some absolute fucking legend on in the middle of like, did you see the fire here? Is there a fire at this place? And then, you know, did you evacuate here? And this is the zone here and blah, 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 and all this stuff. Someone goes, I just saw 2 raccoons. And it turned, bro, when I tell you that this changed the tone of everybody on like everyone's responding like, no way, like just playing along. And then
awesome.
it's, dude, for days now, they're like, the same guy goes, I saw them again. Like, and everyone knows what he's talking about.
That's good.
Thank you for entertaining us in the middle of
for a moment of levity.
Yeah. The comment section and everything. In between like the whole world, like the apocalypse, this dude's like, I saw these raccoons. Like, there's 2 of them. People in the comments were naming them and shit. Like, fantastic. Chef's kiss.
That's us.
That's great.
That's the society we live in. I love it.
It is.
Not at all.
It is. Hey.
I will say this because I haven't said it yet. First, hello, pulpit.
Oh, she can't hear you because I got the headphones. Dayne says, hello, pulpit.
I'll take it. Secondly,
she goes, ooh. What? Dayne says, hello, pulpit. He goes, hello, pulpit.
And secondly, hey man, I'm glad y'all are okay though. I didn't say that yet, and I probably should have opened with that. But yeah, because you know
stop.
that shit
we've been talking nonstop. So
the thing about it was that it you know gave me rise to. So when they were saying that there was a chance that it was going to spread and all that stuff, I was out, like I said, with Doc Coyle. Shout out Doc Coyle.
Shout out Doc.
Fuck. So I'm like getting lit, and I'm just talking about the temporary nature of all things, as I tend to fucking do. And 2 things,
it's quite temporary.
2 things for sure. One thing for certain is, yes, this shit is not promised, but also it is unpredictable. You don't know when the next thing's coming, and you don't know how fast. So like all that best laid plan shit and shit that you amassed, bro. Steve Gutenberg was on the front lines helping people move cars so firefighters could get through. You don't know what this shit's gonna do, and it's like it's always been something kind of in my mind. That's how I kind of move through the world, but like more so now than ever, like just always realize you do not have this shit figured. You do not know what the plan is, motherfucker. Doesn't matter if it's been working or it hasn't. Be mindful.
I know you know this. Not everyone knows this. I know like my wife has had experiences that taught her this at a young age. I know you've had experiences that taught you this at a young age. But you know, because when you're a kid and someone you care about dies from like some fucked shit.
Yeah.
Not like old age or whatever, or some like just some fuck shit. Maybe they were doing some dumb shit or they got in trouble, whatever. Like, so I went through that, and I know my wife went through that, and I know you've gone through that, and that taught me at a young age, like, oh, like we're not invincible. This shit could end tomorrow. Everything is fucking flimsy. You are your whole life is a house of fucking cards, bro. And it just takes one bad gust of wind to come and set everything on fucking fire.
I see what you did there. Down. That was good. You are literally
you're spot on.
You're on a space rock. You're on a space rock, whirling through infinite nothingness. Stop it. You don't have shit figured out.
Stop it. That ass, and yet we got to deal with a fat orange Nazi fucking talking shit and being trash. Here, this is our life. This is the reality of our existence right now. But that being said, I said this to my wife earlier, because like I said, dude, we've been emotionally it's been a roller coaster. Not that like look, we're both safe. Our home is, as far as we are aware, still standing.
Yes.
No one we know has we know some people who've lost their homes, but like everyone's physically safe.
Right.
All of that, it's still been a lot.
Yeah.
But we ended up
we went to a couple different hotels, bouncing around, blah, blah, blah. And then today kept going from one place to the other, one place, and until we ended up all the way down south, down in like the Orange County area.
Yeah.
And literally like 2 hours ago when I texted you and I was like, fuck it, I think we can do the show tonight. Because obviously there wasn't an option before. I was like, I don't even know where I'm going to be tonight.
Right.
But I was like, let's figure it out. And I'm sitting out on a fucking patio. Not, mind you, too, the hotel that we're staying at, I found this out the guy who helped us up to our room. Shout out that motherfucker. I think his name was Matt. Super nice guy. He told us he had off this week because it was so dead here. And now they're at 100% capacity. Bro, we're like an hour and a half, 2 hours out from LA. And we were on the patio earlier. I had a couple drinks and grabbed some food and shit. And we're looking at the ocean, like just chilling. And everyone around us is talking about it. But it's all motherfuckers from Hollywood just going like, oh, the air quality. I'm like, bitch, my house is almost on fire. What are you talking about? Like, my shit is surrounded by flames. But anyway, so my wife and I are sitting there on the thing. And I go, if ever there was a real life of example of lemons, lemonade, it's like the whole world that you can still just fucking, we are alive. I have the capacity and ability to just find a way to try and enjoy whatever the fuck we can, where we can. And the rest of it's still going to be shit we have to worry about. But like, it literally will no longer be able to kill us. So the rest of it is up to you to figure out, So
I like
lemonade, bro.
Lemonade.
Also tequila. And lots of tequila. Copious amounts of tequila.
The amount of tequila that I drank. It was just, how you start the tab. You should not start the tab. You should close it out, bro. Like, listen. If I can impart some wisdom on any of the chat, the viewers at home and abroad, this is what I'm going to say to you. If you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm going out for a couple of drinks. Do something. Don't start the tab, because if you start the tab, it's gonna be more than a couple of drinks. Because you're like, fuck it. I already got it's already there. You know what I'm saying? We already look. I already steal.
Listen to me. When I tell you,
this
is it. So butt stuff. Look, so this already, because obviously we talk all fucking time. But like, my wife and I, we hosted Halloween, and then we went out to New York and saw my family and shit for Thanksgiving, and then we hosted Christmas, and then we hosted New Year's, and then we had my birthday. So like, and then it was like just nonstop. Like, and then we had my birthday. So we did all this shit, and like, so it's just like things to do, see friends. Now, mind you, I'm not complaining. It's all been fantastic. But like, I have been eating and drinking and fucking running around and doing shit for like months. And we were like, all right, we're done. Yeah. We're done. Like, now we're gonna work, and we're gonna eat healthy, and we're gonna go to the gym and all that. And then like 3 days later, the whole world catches. When I tell you that we opened the tab.
Right.
Bro, we opened the tab. We're like, I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, if everything's on fire, like, I'm gonna go buy some new clothes. We're gonna stay at a resort. Like, I'm gonna drink tequila every fucking night. I'm gonna have some chicken wings and shit. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym anyway.
Fuck it, YOLO.
But YOLO, bro. I'm not either. This is true. The same clothes I ran out of the house in, because I had literally, like I said, but the next morning I woke up and went to the gym in like boots and a fucking like cut off tee. Just like, no, I was like, fuck, no gloves, nothing. I was just like, fuck it, let's just go. I need to feel something today.
Real quick though, I will say this is a complete and utter departure, but it was fun. Here's the thing: if you have not seen Nosferatu yet, you can fucking see that movie. So here's what happened, right? So we all went to see Nosferatu. Like,
this is a hard departure.
Yeah, I know, but
hard.
But I'm gonna circle back. Watch.
Are we okay?
Watch. I'm gonna circle back. So then we're going to see the movie. And I'm like, damn, this wind is crazy. Nuts. We go in and see the movie. The movie is amazing. Fucking gorgeous. That is the most beautiful movie. Listen to me. That is the most beautiful fucking film I have seen in the last easily 10 fucking years. And I've seen some good shit. This fucks it up. Anyway, so we leave. And like, I didn't realize that in the valley, because we were at Universal, but basically in the valley, that all the power had gone out and all this shit. So I'm like, I get in the
I was wondering
You're so
how long
fucking.
how
You're
long
so.
it was gonna take you
You're
to guess.
so dumb. You're such a child. Fuck you. Anyway, yeah, no, that all right. It's I can see how fucking ham is a good time. Where was I? Okay, so we leave and like it's me and Wes. Shout out Wes. You're fucking awesome and I love you.
Shout out Wes.
And he's fucking he's in the car.
I haven't seen him since Wasteland.
Yeah. I think no, I saw him in New Orleans. Anyway, but so I'm driving.
Always do too much.
The fucking you. Yes, good reference. Anyway, so all the lights are out. Fucking the street lights are out. There's nobody on the road. There's branches and shit. I'm like, what am I driving through? Right? Like, what happened while I was in this movie? And then I like we get back to my house, I drop my shit off and whatever, and we're walking, and I'm like, oh, like I see on my phone that like they've sounded the alarm and like all this stuff, and like they're clearing the roads and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, I guess it's a lot more serious than I thought, but
I have to pay attention now.
But at the same time, I was like, yo, look. That's how you see that movie. Like, I was like, now it's all dark and it's spooky and fucking
really set the mood.
Yeah, because I'm not.
This motherfucker needs to enjoy it. The whole world needs to match the darkness of the film.
I'm not right in the head. I know this, but yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care.
That's funny,
Fuck
bro.
It is.
No, whatever. That's good. Oh,
Mhm.
it looks good. It does look good.
No, you have no idea. Don't.
I
And also, the other thing is, I have become a master at like filtering and avoiding
baiting.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Your timing was.
I'm not proud of that one, but it felt.
But no, at avoiding any kind of like information on a movie that I really want to see. Like, so when I go in and
Which is so hard to do.
Like, I'm not going to tell you what surprised me because maybe you don't know it yet and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there was a lot of things or people that were in this film that I had no idea were in this film. I had no idea what the premise was, how they changed things, updated things, nothing. I went in totally blind. All I knew was that there was a line in it that where she's like, come with me in my coffin. That's as much, because every time I saw anything beyond that,
Mariah has a question for you about the film.
Yes. Oh, fuck.
How was Willem Dafoe's character?
Without telling you too much, this man is a motherfucking treasure.
Yes.
Okay.
I already knew that before.
I'm finding the right wording so that I don't give anything.
Nemo.
Yeah, when he plays him in what is it? What was that movie?
He said, "I'm finding."
Oh, shut the fuck up. Anyway,
it's always your face realizing when I said that. That's the most satisfying part.
I hate you. Anyway, so he rides this just amazing line between the film that he's in and the way that his character would be in this kind of a situation that is like you're like the way that you're able to blend that and you don't and it doesn't take you out of it immaculate. Like that's a class on how to do that, and a lot of people aren't going to notice it, and a lot of people are going to just say it's one thing or it's the other, but or they're going to laugh it off and say it wasn't like maybe he didn't take it seriously or whatever. But just understand these are conscious decisions that he knows that are working.
Willem Dafoe is a fucking genius.
He is,
bro. He's phenomenal.
Chef's
although
great.
Funny enough, topically so. Whenever I think of Willem Dafoe, I think of two things. Two quotes pop into my head. One from Spider-Man when he says "Godspeed, Spider-Man," and then tries to fucking stab the motherfucker with the goblin.
Oh yeah.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. He goes like dead fucking Godspeed.
Yeah.
I've said that line way too many times. But the other one is "It was a fire."
Oh,
like,
I love
Boondocks
that line, and I love that movie. That's top 3 of my favorite movies of all time.
Phenomenal film. I actually I guess we're tangenting off fire stuff other than that quote, but was it Troy Duffy, the guy who I think he wrote and directed Boondock Saints? There's an album. People don't know this. There's an entire album by a band that it used to be called The Brood. Troy Duffy's in it, the guy who did Boondock Saints, called the Boondock Saints. And there's an album, like a rock record, and it sounds kind of like Alice in Chains ish. And my dad and I listened to it like, fucking 15 years. I don't even think it's on Spotify. Like, you have to find it like random places. But it's actually, if you like Alice in Chains and that type of shit, it's a solid record.
Right.
I was literally listening to it again. That was maybe a week ago.
That whole movie, everything about that was a whole era. That wasn't when I got introduced to Willem Dafoe, but that was definitely when I like understood how good he was.
He was Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. And the fact that like at that time, the fact that he was playing gay and like was bodying it. And it wasn't like that. That was a time when it wasn't as prevalent. It wasn't as you know what I mean, like acceptable to some degree. But it was. I was like, oh, he's different. Yeah, he's made some different shit. This is really well done. Yeah.
I gotta say, this has been I know we spent the first hour. Yeah, talking about the fucking, all the shit that's been going on, and that's been the nonstop conversation.
Sorry if we were downers, but
no, you got
real life
for real. Thank you to everyone who reached out personally on social, text, calls, whatever. If you joined in on this episode and dropped in the chat too, thank you. Genuinely appreciate it.
Seriously,
look, at the end of the day, we don't know what's gonna happen with the fucking house. We're hopeful that everything stays good. It's looking favorable right now, which is great.
Weather's on your side too now. More so
the wind
for sure. Than it has been the last day.
We'll see. As long as that West Hill shit gets contained quick too. But like anyway, it is what it is. The most important thing is you're safe. I'm safe. My wife's safe. My friends are safe.
Friends, family, all that.
It's just stuff. If you're in the so I said this before, but if you're in the LA area, if there's anything I can do for you, Dayne, I know you as well, but please just reach out. I don't have any room in a hotel yet, but if there's anything I can help you with, if you need resources or links to anything, we've been trying to keep track of that. We've talked to a bunch of our neighbors too. So if you're one of our neighbors, and live in the same area, and you don't know what's going on and you need some info, drop me a line and I'll do my best to give you the updates that we get from the people who are local. Other than that, big shout out again to the people who are out there still fucking trying to put these things out over LA.
First responders, EMTs, firefighters, thank you so much. You're killing it.
Absolute fucking heroes. Like, genuinely appreciate the effort going into this. Fuck the bullshit with the politics. LAPD bullshit, all that stuff, whatever. Like,
let's just get through it. Let's just soldier
but everyone
up and get through it.
Yeah, everyone who came from out of the state as well or out of the country, fucking big shout to y'all for coming in and helping. Really do. My wife and I it's during this and talking to you and all that and a couple drinks in, it's like, all right, it's easy to joke about shit, but it has been a wild fucking an emotional roller coaster. And I've gotten very, very more borderline just sitting there just waking up. I'm having fucking nightmares about shit being on fire. And I know my wife is too. And it's been a lot, and it's impossible.
It is tumultuous.
Checking the fucking phone. It's been a lot. And I know there are other people who have either already lost their homes or been in the middle of it or still dealing with it like we are or whatever. Focus on you and yours. Stay safe. It's just stuff.
Yeah.
You can replace that. You can't replace yourselves. You can't replace your health. You can't replace your life. So just try and keep that perspective
as best you can.
We'll all get through it. Yeah. We'll all get through it no matter what happens. We'll get past this shit. Find the best way we can to make lemonade out of this motherfucker. And
lemonade.
And that's it. And in the interim, maybe mix a little bit.
You got so drunk, Facey.
This shit's feeling a little light. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a little loosey goosey.
That's it. And I'll leave with this. There's been all these moments, like I said before, it's been a roller coaster, and there's been really big chunks of time where we're like, fuck, what are we gonna do? What if everything's gone? What if this happens? What if that happens? And even in the moment, actually, even if fucking all these moments are just moments of a tumultuous nature. Just fuck. Yeah. But then in between it, there's been this episode talking to you, and every single fucking time this stupid little fucking guy goes, I will. If you can find the little small joys in life and the good people to talk to,
Yeah.
And anyone and all the people who have reached out to us has made me incredibly grateful for the circle of friends that I have, our neighbors, and just the people we care about. There's good out of that to find. I know there's a lot of bad shit happening right now, but there is still some good in there too. Try to focus on that. Try to stay safe. Try to keep up, stay up, and we'll get through all this shit. It's the fires go out.
I don't know the words. We'll be together or whatever. You know it. You know the song.
My babies.
That's it, right? Was it Grease? Is it Grease? I think it's fucking Grease.
It sounds like, yeah.
Let's not sign off with Grease. Listen, thank you so much to everybody that reached out to me too. So I'm so happy and fucking appreciative that you guys care and that you're okay. If you're in LA, all my family, friends out here, thank you for checking in on me, and I'm so appreciative that you're all right. As bad as it gets better. So thank you.
Thanks.
Keep doing things. If you need anything from me, like you said, reach out. I'm trying to post numbers and stuff like that for like shelters and resources for anybody that's displaced or whatever as best I can.
Yeah, so check both of our Instagram stories at the Misfit with X's Fries, and of course at Dayne the Great GR8 for any of these different resources. If you're in the LA area, we'll do our best to continue posting updates about all this stuff. And until then, we'll see you next week, hopefully. I'll be back in my place with the camera shit. We'll see.
Who knows?
I don't even know when the fucking power is coming back.
California.
On, bro, so
look, I'm expecting an earthquake at this point. Like, no, shit.
Bro,
let me not.
Bro, for real though.
Put that in the
we'll see. We'll see. Whatever.
No.
Fucking. If we have to
man.
if we have to do the fucking the next episode a little shaky. It is what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I do it from the bottom of the fucking Mariana Trench, like
from a trench
in the Earth's crust. We'll
coming to you live. Cue the music.
Yeah, cue the music, bro.
Love it.
All right, thank you again. This has been episode 63 of Failure Made Monsters. Dayne, I love you, buddy.
I love you right
Stay
back.
safe. Everyone in LA, stay safe. We'll get through this shit, and we'll see you next week. Thank you all for tuning in. Talk to you soon. Oh, and fuck Donald Trump.
Of course.